Welcome back to another episode of Writing with Rashad, the joy of poetic expression. This is episode 4. Go ahead and grab your favorite pen and notebook, and I'll see you in a second. So, um, I've been doing these little Writing with Rashad episodes, and it's been getting pretty good feedback, but, it hasn't been the results that I really wanted. But I also think that's maybe because it's educational and, people, they're not just interested in educational things. But regardless, I'm still going to keep doing my thing and continue to go my own way. And that's what it's about, right? So staying dedicated, right? So dedication, dedication, dedication isn't easy. Dedication isn't easy. Right. So dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. All right, so dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams, right? So, like, in order to accomplish your dreams, to accomplish your dreams, in order to accomplish your dreams, in the midst of trial and tribulation, in the midst of trial and tribulation, okay, so so dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. So this is all one continuous thought stream right now. You just start thinking about something, like whatever's going on. I started this off by saying that, like, I haven't got the results that I wanted, but I'm still gonna stay dedicated. And I came up with an excuse. My excuse was that it wasn't educational. It was educational, so that's why people aren't paying attention, right? But I really feel like I shouldn't have no excuses, and like no matter what I do, it should be successful. Like no matter if it's educational, and people aren't interested, regardless, no excuses, right? So, in order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. Excuses are useless, right? That's what I was just saying. That's what I was just explaining to you all about, saying like, okay, there's no reason, I should have no reason, even though it's educational and I feel like people may not be interested, that's not an excuse. I still should be successful, right? And that's how you should feel too, about whatever you're doing, whatever you touch, you should turn to gold. Once something that I heard and that really stuck with me is that, like, we're all winners, right? Because we're all that egg that's traveling through the womb to like be birthed, and you're number one. You beat out all the other eggs, right? So you're number one too. So always believe in yourself. You know what I mean? This channel, this YouTube, this whole my videos, these episodes are about making people how to think, teaching people how to think, or how I think, hoping that they can use it to think for themselves. Also to motivate, to inspire, to give like a little bit of like therapy and like a little bit of guidance, so feel free to reach out, anytime you want. Excuses are useless. Dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. Excuses are useless. Excuses are useless. Okay, so I'm saying excuses are useless, but I make the best of my time. Better make the best of your time and make it useful. Okay, make the best of So right, so like, okay, it's best to make the best of your time and make it useful. It's best to make the most of your time and make it useful. To make the most of your time and make it useful, right? And make it useful. I think that kind of makes common sense right there. when we're saying excuses are useless, it's best to make the most of your time and make it useful, you know, because every second is so precious, you know. I was just talking to like one of my homies on the phone, and he was telling me, you know, like, bro, you gotta live life and like do everything as if like this is your last shot. And for some reason that really like hit me, you know, because I know what it's like to like almost lose my life multiple times in this life that I've been living, which is very weird, but it's also been like the reason why I've been able to overcome, you know, and like overcome so many different things. And sometimes it takes the dramatic for you to realize, like, oh, you know, I got to take advantage of this life that I'm living, right? So excuses are useless, period. It's best to make the time, it's best to make the most of your time and make it useful. And I was just saying about, you know, because we only got one shot, right? Okay, so it's most of it makes most of your time and make it useful. Gifted with one life, gifted with one life, gifted with one life. I remember, I remember, I remember I used to live like YOLO. I used to live like YOLO. Okay, for you guys who don't know what YOLO means, that means that you only live once, right? So I'm kind of just like playing off of what I was saying, gifted with one life. I remember I used to live like YOLO. So that was like a saying back in like, I don't know, maybe like a few years ago. Some people still use it, you know. It's like just saying like, hey, put it all on the line, like live your life, because you know you only live one time. So dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. Excuses are useless. It's best to make the most of your time and make it useful. Gifted with one life, I remember I used to live like YOLO. I used to live like YOLO, right? Okay. So, like I was saying, you gotta like put it all on the line, right? And that's what I've been doing for a while. And like I live in California. Like I don't really have no like family out here. I have extended family out here, like family friends, but I don't have any family. So I feel that I'm living like YOLO all the time, and because that's how I feel, right? So I remember I used to live like YOLO. Until this day, I still do. Until this day, right? So until this day, I still do. So you have to walk one life. I remember I used to live like YOLO. Until this day, I still do. So I still do put it all on the line, but I like to think that I make like an educated gamble, if that's a certain, if that's even a thing. It's a thing to me. So see, that's another thing. It's like you never should doubt yourself. You know, if you feel something, go with it. It might not be right to the rest of the world, but if it's right to you and it feels right, and it ain't hurting nobody, there's nothing wrong with it. And in this example, and in this example, I feel like, you know, I do live life like a gamble, you know, like I will put it all on the line, but an educated gamble, like I'll estimate like, hey, is this good? Is this not good? You know, as far as opportunities go, you know, as far as the chances that I'm willing to take, you know, to see a better life for myself, right? So it's all about sacrificing and like taking those opportunities, those risks. So until this day, I still do. I'm all about risk taking. I'm all about risk taking. Right? So I'm all about risk taking. And like I said, I like to make an educated, I guess like hmm, I guess what am I looking for? What word am I trying to say? Like gambling, like in a smart way, you know? Like and to this day I still do. I'm all about risk taking. No such thing as a wise. No such thing as a wise bet. No such thing as a wise bet. All right, so what made me write this right now is because I was like, I'm all about risk taking. No such thing as a wise bet. You know, because, you know, they say it takes a lot. It takes money to make money, right? So if you're just going to take a little bit of risk, then you can't really expect that much of a reward, right? Like, I like to take an educated risk. I would say, like, you know, one that was like carefully thought into consideration. And that's sometimes good to do because you don't want to like crap out and lose everything, right? Or throw everything away in your life, you know? So that's the reason why you got to make like an educated guess and like kind of be like, all right, I'm gonna like do this and not like put it all on the line. But until this day, I still do. I'm all about risk taking. No such thing as a wise bet. The reason why I say there's no such thing as a wise bet is because you could be, it's all just a risk, you know, but I'm all about it, you know, because it's like, if you want to be wise and you just put a little bit, like I said, it's not going to be that much of a reward. Then you put it all up there and you lose it all, then you don't feel wise either way. So it's really about luck, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's, you know, we could all be lucky, you know? So no such thing as a wise bet. But with luck on my side, but with luck on my side, I'm gonna just stay true to how I feel. With luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise, right? But with luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise. That's what I want to say. That's what I'm feeling. I'll be sure to rise. With an exclamation, right? So no such thing as a wise bet, but with luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise. So even though I put it all on the line and like I take educated gamble sometimes and like educated risk sometimes, I hope that makes sense to you guys when I'm like taking in consideration. That's why I say educated, or maybe that's not the right word. I'm trying to find the right word. It's not coming to me right now, but hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Like I'm putting consideration behind the things that I'm willing to take a chance on or willing to put my eggs into. You know, like they say, oh, don't put your eggs all in one basket, you know. Don't put all your energy into one basket. That's what they saying. Don't put all your thoughts into your life force into this one opportunity or this one situation you think, and then you start like daydreaming and fantasizing about things, right? About this one situation that you want to happen. But if it don't go your way, you still got to stay dedicated, and that's not easy to do. So you see how I bring this all back around for y'all? So this is how you use your thought process to write. This is how you use thinking to write. This is how you use what you've been going through to write. So dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. Excuses are useless. It's best to make the most of your time and make it useful. Gifted with one life. I remember I used to live like YOLO. Until this day, I still do. I'm all about risk taking. No such thing as a wise bet. But with luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to rise. So as I'm reading that and I'm going through, I'm like, no such thing as a wise bet. With luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise. 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 Okay, so this is something new that I'm doing here, and this is just what I'm feeling right now. So sometimes you can just write what you feel. I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to rise. I want to write that 3 times because that's what I'm feeling right now. I want to remember the whole thing is like writing how you feel. However you feel, you got to write that, right? So I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to. I'll be sure to. ... So we're just going to keep it simple here and put another rise right there. So we want to end this on a positive note because I'm all about positivity and teaching people how to write. And we're also reaching the 15-minute mark. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me for episode 4. We're going to reread this one more time and we're going to be out of here. Dedication isn't easy, but very necessary. In order to accomplish your dreams in the midst of trial and tribulation, you must display dedication. Excuses are useless. It's best to make the most of your time and make it useful. Gifted with one life. I remember I used to live like YOLO. Until this day, I still do. I'm all about risk taking. No such thing as a wise bet. But with luck on my side, I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to rise. I'll be sure to rise. Thank you. See you all next week for episode 5. Have a good day.